Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Toxic Happy Hour. Today we have CK Snarks from Bitcoin Magazine. We've got a surprise for you from CK. That's going to be amazing. I think you guys are going to love it, hopefully. And CK, welcome to the show. And what are you drinking today?
Hey man, I got a White Claw. Yesterday Joe Rogers was making fun of me because I had a fake White Claw. I had a Bud Light seltzer. So he was making fun of me saying that I drink alt claws. So just so all the haters know, I'm a purist here. Only White Claw.
Of course. And PUBLORD, what are you drinking today?
Well, yesterday came out strong. It was a great show, the American HODL, and I didn't want you to feel too overwhelmed with two Americans, so I busted out the Tuborg for you. I had found. So today, man, I'm going to keep it Danish for you, man. I went Carlsberg.
Oh,
ooh, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Carlsberg.
Wow,
yes.
yeah, they're big on sports sponsorship. They used to sponsor Liverpool for many years. They won them.
Yeah.
They were main sponsor on the shirt of Liverpool. So yeah, I must say you're bringing it, Pablo, because yesterday you were doing Green Tuborg and today you're doing Carlsberg. Those are the two main beers out of Denmark. So I'm having coffee still just
Perfect.
coffee in my where we go, whatever. Carlsberg, no, Starbucks California cup. And I got this California cup out because of CK. I believe you are in Northern California, or is that just because I'm thinking of Bitcoin 20 or 19?
Yeah, I'm in the Bay.
You're in the Bay. There you go.
I am in the Bay. Yes,
I got
sir.
the California cup for you. Welcome to everyone in the chat. I think if nothing else, we can claim the best chat in the community. We got some awesome talks going on there. Yeah. So CK, tell us about what you're doing at Bitcoin Magazine. Tell us everything about what you're doing in Bitcoin. I love the hat that looks like a Bitcoin bull from Canada.
Bull Bitcoin, yeah.
Oh, Bull Bitcoin, yeah. Awesome name. So tell us, what are you up to?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just on the Bitcoin Magazine team. I do a lot of audio and video content on the team, and I also have a hand in kind of all of our special projects, including the Bitcoin 2021 conference. So yeah, I mean, with Bitcoin 2021, we recently had some big announcements, adding Chamath from adding Chamath and
social investing or something.
Yeah, Social Capital.
Social Capital.
Yeah, and Jack Dorsey, obviously, Bitcoin hero. So Anders reached out to me and wanted to get me on. I think you guys have been talking about the conference quite a bit. We are super excited for it. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to talk about that. Anything else Bitcoin Magazine related, making moves on all fronts there as well. So happy to answer any of you guys' questions.
Awesome. It's really great to have you on. Thanks for coming on, CK. And you're right. So I've been pushing the Bitcoin 2021 conference a fair bit here, mainly because, well, 1 year ago I got the ticket for 2020, and then that got postponed, and so and all this isolation. Yeah, very sad. All this isolation, not being able to see people and my fellow Bitcoiners. I'm just really looking forward to next year. And so you said you had some big announcement, but of course none as big as the code to 21% discount below in the YouTube description on the code Toxic21. Toxic21 is the code to use. You got the description and the link right below. If you use dirty fiat, you get a 21% discount. Also, you accept Bitcoin for the people who have too much Bitcoin and freedom. CK Snarks, tell us about the Bitcoin discount.
Well, so we offer a $50 discount for Bitcoin, which is a 20% discount. So actually, Anders' fiat discount 21 or Toxic 21 is slightly better, 1% better. But yeah, so you know, we always like to try to build our Bitcoin stash, and one way we do that is we sell the conference tickets for a little bit cheaper for Bitcoin. And actually, half of Bitcoin 2020's tickets were sold for Bitcoin. So 50% of the ticket sales were Bitcoin. It's really awesome. We use OpenNote, and I think we're one of their biggest merchants by far, which is awesome.
It is.
Yeah, but generally speaking, the tickets are still $250. I mean, Bitcoin price right now is $13,000, right? So like Bitcoin price next April might be $50,000. Like imagine what this conference is going to be like if Bitcoin prices is significantly higher than it is right now, which I think
it
all
will
of us
be.
are anticipating. All of us are anticipating. So
Yeah.
I mean, you need to get this ticket. If you use Bitcoin, spend and replace, or use the Strike app, or use fiat, use your credit card, and yeah, Toxic21 is the code. It's a little hard to find the thing inside the what's it called? Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hide it. So when you go into the checkout menu, there's like a little code at the top. You can click on that, and then you can plug in the code Toxic21. But yeah, I mean, highly recommend it. It's gonna be super epic. There's these really awesome photos from Bitcoin 2019 in San Francisco with like Adam Back and Dorian Nakamoto right next to each other. I mean, there's so many epic photos. Like it truly was a reunion of Bitcoiners, and Bitcoin 2020 is going to be the next level.
Absolutely. I remember hearing stories about Bitcoin 2019 and like, oh my God, I got to go to the next one. So last year, like I think the first 24 hours or something of the ticket sales when you open it for the 2020, which has been moved to next year, I think you sold tickets for like $20 or something if you bought them with Bitcoin. So be an early bird.
It was Bitcoin only $20.20.
Yeah. All right. So that's what. Yeah, that's what I pay. I paid $20.20 in Bitcoin, which is of course painful, but it's still such a good price. So always be an early bird. But tell us the dates, CK. What are the dates on Bitcoin 21 in Los Angeles?
Yeah. So by the way, the website is b.tc/conference, right? So b.tc/conference. And it's going to be in Los Angeles on April 30th and May 1st. And we have essentially the week leading up to it, there's going to be events all week. So highly recommend going to LA for the entire week. It's going to be truly epic. Bitcoin 2019 had a whole week of events, and it's going to be bigger and better. And honestly, like, just to be honest, LA is a significantly better city for a conference than San Francisco. The venues are better, the streets are bigger, the hotels are cheaper, the airport is more connected. Like, LA is truly a city that's meant for conferences, and we're gonna ball out. I'm excited. And by the way, someone complimented me on the Bitcoin Tina series. Thank you very much. I love that series as well, and it means a lot that the Bitcoin community appreciates it. And yeah, I mean, shout out to these guys. Like, I mean, Anders has been pumping out good content for Bitcoin forever, and then Greg over here has really jumped out on the scene and been pumping out some really epic memes. So I've been really appreciating both these guys on Twitter.
Yeah, Greg has become a meme monster, and so has PUBLORD right here. So Pablo, you haven't had a chance to say much yet because I think both me and CK kind of can't stop talking Bitcoin. So let's hear it from you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. PUBLORD is the meme is PUBLORD and Greg have been really like kicking ass recently. I feel like you guys have really taken over the scene, and I can't stop seeing your stuff.
Yeah, the good thing is, and I'm still not letting you talk apparently, but the good thing is they're kind of battling each other. We're gonna have Greg on as well to talk memes as soon as Puppy here can arrange the organization and find a date where both of them are out of the hamster wheel. But Puppy, yeah, you two have been battling it on memes. What's going on?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. With Greg, man, we love each other. We joke around all the time on Twitter. In fact, we found out after all this, we found out we live less than 2 hours apart, which was absolutely amazing. 2 hours apart. Yeah, so we're gonna have a real time meetup at some point. No, reaching back to the conference, man. I'm on the road all the time, and this is what I want to get to. I remember I was trying to get out to BitBlock Boom, another great one, I believe. But yeah, at some point, yeah, it's going to be conference time, and I just can't wait to meet all the people face to face. I mean, all my
Have
best
either
friends.
of you
Right?
guys been to a conference?
I have not been yet.
I actually I went to a conference in I think it was July 21st, 17 with Tone Vase that I was kind of hosting in LA because I was a regular on Tone Vase shows, as in listening. And I remember I was sitting in the metro in Dubai. I was there on business, hearing that he was asking if anyone knows a good
I actually remember that in 2017.
Yeah.
I remember that in 2017.
Yeah, and here we are again. So he was asking if anyone knows a good Airbnb in LA, and I'm like, I immediately reached out on Twitter and said, man, come stay with me. Don't spend money on Airbnb. So we hung out for a few days. I went to that conference with him, and that's where I decided to start my Bitcoin meetup, because everyone I spoke to was like, oh yeah, Bitcoin, let's talk Bitcoin. And they were all like, all the altcoins, Ethereum, crap built on top of Ethereum. And I'm like, there's a need for education in this space of why Bitcoin is last
Especially
point
in LA.
standing.
In 2017, LA, that was shitcoin land. But LA has turned around. Like I know a lot of, so I'm in the Bay Area. I know a lot of people in the LA area. I go to LA a lot, and obviously this event is going to be in LA. LA is a low key Bitcoin city, which is awesome. Like there's a lot of cool Bitcoiners in LA.
Yeah, I guess it's come around. Also, we've got Brian Harrington in the chat, which I will get back to more. He's a true Bitcoiner, and he's also about all about the what did you call the app? The for taking
Strike.
payments. Strike, yeah.
Strike,
and the circular Bitcoin economy. Shout out to Brian Harrington. What I just want to say is, back in 17, during the fall of 17, where there was so much FOMO in the air, I could have made a lot of money if I started, opening my meetup up for shitcoins and sponsorships. And there was people were much more interested in shitcoins than Bitcoin. They could have, I could have sold tickets to that, but I was on a mission. This is about Bitcoin, and if you want to bring up shitcoins, I will tell you why that is not the way to go. And Brian is running the together with some of his Bitcoiners down there, the OC Bitcoin network, and he's saying he's happy to throw a happy hour or a party or something. So Brian, this is hereby a deal. We're gonna do a toxic happy hour on an OC, and I'll definitely come down there and hang out. Talk Bitcoin.
Brian, we're gonna make something work with the conference. And sorry, PubLord, back to you.
Oh no! I was gonna say is, man, 2017, fresh in my mind because I started in December, and so it's not my password, but it should be. But it was $17,621.15. My first attempt at stacking sats was at that price. So I remember everything quite vividly. I remember Coinbase had 4 options at the time. You had Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and what was the last one there?
Litecoin.
Oh yeah, that's why. Because I went equally across all of them, and I learned a lesson. Here's a lesson you learn: when the leader dumps at the top, follow the leader, because Charlie Lee dumped on everyone. It was fantastic. But he was brilliant. I'll tell you what. He got out at, I think it was $372 per Litecoin. He got out. And then after that, though, he dumped his Bcash. It was over 5,000. People forget this. People have short memories. People were buying Bitcoin Cash at $5,000.
Charlie is the boss. You know,
Yeah.
like he's kind of a scammer-ish, but he also played 2017 perfectly. He essentially wrote
Yeah,
the book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, man, it's kind of
I mean,
scammerish or scammerish, man. I don't know what to say.
yeah,
It was scary, but he won.
definitely.
He got more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Definitely a scammer in my book. Like in my book, it's not okay to sell junk to people, convince them that Bitcoin needs a silver, because clearly it doesn't. The whole reason that silver had a role to play when gold was money was
Yeah.
because small amounts of value was gold dust, and that was very impractical. So you needed a secondary monetary commodity. We don't need that now because we got 100 million sats per Bitcoin. And as I understand from the technical people, when we need it, when we go to Sats dollar parity, we will be able to soft fork further zeros into that, so there can be something smaller than a Satoshi.
Well, you know what? This is an interesting question because I'd like to have your thoughts on this here. Andrews and I, we go back on this, and I'm of the opinion that hell, we may not even need a Lightning Network. We may not even need this sort of buying a cup of coffee with any kind of Bitcoin. When you have Michael Saylor, when you have these corporations that are just buying it as a hedge, at some point, does it all get bought up and they hold it because it's the greatest store of value we'll ever know? And it doesn't necessarily become a medium of exchange. What do you think?
Well, I'll let you see, CK. You can go ahead and answer first, and then I'll tell Poppy why I think he's wrong afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's an iterative process. So I think the store of value use case is what is going to be coming into vogue and what is going to be happening in the next 5 to 10 years, in my opinion. So I think in the next 5 to 10 years, you're correct. But ultimately, like, things will be priced and centered around Satoshis. Like,
Sure.
the Bitcoin will be the metric system for value for the whole world. Right. So
Yeah.
the world is going to center around Satoshis. So you might not necessarily move UTXOs. Like that is not a requirement for hyper Bitcoinization and the world to be on a Bitcoin standard. So I agree. I think like in the short term, like Bitcoins won't move. Bitcoins are going to get hoarded and people won't want to spend them. But in the long term, it doesn't really matter if Satoshis move because the world is going to reorient around Bitcoin as a standard. And whatever we actually use to trade hands in terms of fiat or currency or whatever, it's all going to be Bitcoin denominated.
Yeah. So I totally agree with all of that, CK. And I think that by the end of this decade, when Bitcoin will be the only money, the world will be on a global monetary Bitcoin standard because money converges to one. It really is last coin standing. Gresham's law. Weak
Just
money
to
will
jump
be
in real
spent.
quick.
Sure.
It's not necessarily about Bitcoin being the only money. It's about Bitcoin being the denominator, Bitcoin being the standard, right? Because there's going to be iterations. There's going to be rehypothecation. There's going to be IOUs and whatever. Like that will still exist in some form. So like, I don't know. I just want to like, I think it's nuanced.
That's no. I'm gonna answer you, PUBLORD. You're gonna have to wait for my answer. So I mean, I agree with you then on the first part, CK. But I think as long as we have the technology to, so what I want to say is that we're gonna be on a Bitcoin only standard. Bitcoin will be the only money by the end of this decade, in my opinion. Probably 2026, 2027 after the next halving. But the only salary people will get is Bitcoin. Supermarkets and other retail will only accept Bitcoin. Why would you want to have something that is considered weaker, less hash rate, less 100% cap? Like there's no other or better money than Bitcoin. So if you're selling something, you really prefer to get Bitcoin. So I think it's just a matter of getting the Lightning Network totally solid in terms of right now. I believe there are some security flaws that needs to be worked out. But once Bitcoin is money and the unit of account and the store value, it's just easier to deal only with one. in my opinion.
So look, I agree with that. You know, there's a natural order of progression. Must be a store of value, medium of exchange, and then unit of account. It's the natural way to do things. Roger Ver put the cart before the horse, obviously, and said, "Hey, you know what? Let's make it a medium of exchange first." He didn't understand it. So my point is this: you get someone like Michael Saylor. Let's be honest. The first GigaChat, he came in, bought it, and what's the first thing he says? I'm not selling this for 100 years. He's not selling it. He's not selling it because what I'm saying, for him, it'll be a store value. Perhaps one day MicroStrategy is going to have a token they put. It'll be tied to their Bitcoin. There could come a time. Why would you sell it? Why would you ever trade it? Once you own it, hold it. The value will jump up exponentially. You hold it, and someone's going to tie.
The value is eventually gonna stop going exponential at some point.
Yes,
there's an S curve,
and that's the thing.
And that's when it transitions to actually something that is a little bit less of just strictly store of value.
Absolutely, great point. Once Bitcoin has reached its full potential and become the one and only money of the world, we don't see that exponential value growth anymore. We're seeing that because Bitcoin is moving fastly, disrupting money of the world to become money of the world, and probably reach, in my opinion, a $400 trillion US current market buying power, market cap. I've argued for that before, happily to do it again. But once we are there, the value of Bitcoin goes up with basically the output growth, the productivity growth in the economy. As we produce 2% more goods and services, value of Bitcoin goes up 2% in terms of buying power because there's more stuff to buy, and that's where it'll be deflationary.
It's the value of money is against the capital goods in the economy that trade against it.
Well, but the nice thing is, at that point, I'll be able to afford to stop asking stupid questions.
No. You are needed. You are needed, Puppy. And I just want to once again, if anyone missed it from the beginning, thanks to all of you guys in the chat and then watching live for retweeting. It's awesome. We just love doing this. We love talking to good toxic Bitcoiners like CK. Once again, so we have that 21% dirty fiat discount for Bitcoin 2021 next year in Los Angeles. I hope to see most of you. The link is in the description, and the discount code is Toxic21. Probably the best discount code I've ever heard of. So here, CK. So here's the thing I've been telling people about before you coming on the last couple of shows, and that is I am hoping to peer pressure you somehow into allocating 1 hour in one of the bars that you're having at Bitcoin 2021 to be called the Toxic Happy Hour. That's all we're asking for. By the way, we don't make any money on this discount code. It's all going to as low a price as possible for you guys to come and hang out with your fellow Bitcoin Taco plebes. So what do you think, CK? Can we do like a 1 hour Toxic Happy Hour of some kind? Is that possible?
So it is possible, but it's up to you guys, right? So the way that we do our satellite events is that, like, in the past, I've been the organizer. It's going to be someone else now, but we typically have one central person at our company who manages like our satellite events page, and we'll have an application process. And all you need to do is organize an event, contact us, send us the details, and we'll post it on the website as a official satellite event. We can give you we can collaborate with you further. You already have a discount code, but we can do other things to amplify and try to, drive attention to the Toxic Happy Hour at a bar in downtown LA near our venue, which we will be announcing in the next few days. Or in the process of signing those contracts. It's always longer than you want it to be. So I know people have been asking, where's the venue? It's in downtown LA, I promise. It's going to be there unless California is really annoying. And then we have a plan B city, which will be somewhere a lot more conservative. So we can count on it happening 100% in 2021. So
you mean a city with more freedom?
Basically? I put out a tweet. It was someone posted images of the exodus from Paris as they're about to go into lockdown number 2, and I posted out the tweet as 2020 is the year that normal people realize how overbearing and absolutely just out of sorts government intervention is. And really, like every liberal city is shooting themselves in the foot right now. So we're seeing it really in plain sight. People are like, they just. I was just in Nashville. Nashville is a much more conservative city, much more open city, and I mean, I just tested negative for coronavirus. I was there the whole time. People were eating indoors. People were very respectful, wear the masks and stuff. But, doing things that would be absolutely forbidden in San Francisco, absolutely forbidden in New York City. And, I mean, the city's not burning, right? So people obviously want to be there. People want to have resemblance of normal life. People do not want to be locked in. People do not want to not get haircuts and go to the salon. So when the government sets out to do something, they're gonna do it. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad or what. It's just like we're gonna lock down. We're gonna stop the spread of this virus no matter what. So that's.
No matter how many people they drive to suicide because they can't take care of their families.
Well, I'll tell you what. I live in a red state, and I'm proud of it. The red state I live in, because it's interesting to see how it fell across party lines. The ones that just locked themselves down, and for them to still want to continue to live there, that you're seeing a mass exodus from California, and also New York. Because, well, one, you're destroying the economy, you're raising taxes, and of course that's going to happen. And I'm just asking, look, if you're going to come to my state, just change the way you vote if you get here, because this is absolutely crazy what you see.
They're not, because they're sheeple. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I'm with you, man.
Texas going blue. Like everyone is like they're leaving and then they're voting the same way, and it's just like.
It's shit, man.
Oh my god! Like as a Bitcoiner in San Francisco, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Right. So as a guest in your great nation, I just wonder, because everyone's talking about you have this constitution and you're supposed to stick to some things in the constitution, right? That's meant to be the foundation of United States. But when I go through it, all I'm seeing is, that has been put aside because we have some political motives now. Like freedom to assemble, for instance, is not in effect now. Religious people can't go to church. They can't go to the funeral of their loved ones. I don't know if it's still on. Certainly was for a period. It should be, in my opinion, government can say and share information and education about, if you want to avoid getting this virus, keep your social distance, keep washing your hands, which not enough people were doing before, and probably still not. But you have a right to assemble, right? That should be people's choice.
And DANISH.HODL, baby, listen up, man. Peacefully assemble.
Oh, so the riots were okay? No, not riots. Riots were not like there was protests. The protests were okay though. I guess they
believe
were.
It or not, that's the great thing about the Constitution. It has this nice little word called peaceful in there.
So can I jump in here real quick?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
You're a guest of honor.
I have an unpopular opinion here.
Bitcoin
Cam, I know you're here. Bitcoin Cam, I love you, bro. Just another.
Hey, shout Bitcoin Cam. You're getting on the show soon too, man. Get ready for that.
Get Cam on. Dude, he's a riot. He's a riot.
But he and I go back and forth quite a bit. Absolutely.
So I have an unpopular opinion regarding the United States, and maybe PUBLORD has a strong opinion here, but I'm curious to hear, what you both think. But I actually think like the United States is great for because of one thing and one thing only. I mean, there's multiple levels to this, and but I think that the major factor, the 80-20 here, that makes the United States great is states' rights. And the fact that there's interstate jurisdictional arbitrage within the United States has unleashed possibilities that other jurisdictions just can't have. And even Europe can't have that. And that is like, if you really dig down to it, like that is the thing that makes the United States so much more competitive. I mean, obviously, the fact that we have the rights of the money printer, and we've had the benefit of the Cantillon effect, and we've been closer to the money printer, since the 70s or the 40s or whatever. That has also benefited the United States extremely, but just from a structural perspective, I really do think that the states' rights, the fact that I can serve the world, operate out of Delaware, serve the world, operate out of Vegas, whatever, in order to maximize my, rights and minimize my taxes inside of one country still, like that was truly revolutionary.
Absolutely.
So,
The only issue is
no,
that
hey, not
all right,
this time.
you go.
Hey, not this time, brother, because hey, he's pulling this down to America, and he's right, dude. Listen, that's one of the most thoughtful insights I've heard of in a while, and absolutely correct.
CK brings it.
Yeah, listen, that fine divide between national level federal laws, state rights, it's interesting because you don't find it in too many places in the world. And what I find brilliant about it, especially when you come to the Electoral College, okay, or when you talk about the House of Representatives, 435 in the House of Representatives, 100 senators, where you get 2 per state, okay? The way they were able to balance, our founding fathers, the way they could balance representation as best as and equal as they could, literally, 200 and how many years ago? It's amazing it's held up this well in all the changes of technology. So
truly
think
was
about
very
this.
rudimentary way of like making it happen, but in hindsight it worked. And to be honest, being from California, being a former default Keynesian liberal, someone who watched the Trump election and was horrified by the result, like it's kind of crazy that I look backwards and I'm like, wow, it kind of actually it works for a reason.
So there's a Vox article, Vox, quite liberal, and a few years ago when Barack Obama won, they were talking about there's an article, they had them side by side, but they had one that said, my God, this electoral college stuff is great. And then Trump won, and they have an article, we got to get rid of the electoral college. But when you look at the overarching numbers of Republican or Democratic counties, it was overwhelming. So what you have is this, especially if you talk about Hillary Clinton, for example, that won the popular vote. If you remove one state, if you remove New York or California, loses. And here's the brilliant part is that the United States, because of the Electoral College, they took all the states into account, not just the most populous ones. And that's a system we have. I think is I wouldn't say perfect, but it's the closest thing we have to a perfect representation of the mood of the people.
I want to let Anders go, but I do have like thoughts on that.
No. Well, to be honest, so I figured I had been talking too much, so I paid a little bit of attention to my Twitter notifications, giving some love to all the people retweeting. So why don't you go first, CK, and I'll try and realize what you guys are talking about.
All right, no worries, man. I mean, so I really wasn't talking about the Electoral College. I was talking more strictly like states that have different laws. You can set up businesses in different states. Like I really do think that like the practice of jurisdictional arbitrage is what Bitcoin enables and is the true, like that is the revolution. Distributed proof of work is inherently about jurisdictional arbitrage. That means it's operating in a jurisdiction that is friendly to you or beneficial to you as a business to operate in, and then serving the entire world. Like that's the revolution. That's the most important fucking thing out of all of this. Like that's the one thing we got to focus on. And if you look at the United States, like the United States implemented jurisdictional arbitrage with states' rights inside of it for 300 years ago, before anyone even got close to that, before Bitcoin destroyed all nation states and made a jurisdictional competitive globe, that's going to be the next 10 to 20 years. Like, the US was so far ahead. And like, it's no wonder that the US is now dominating the entire world and is the alpha country. Like, that's what jurisdictional arbitrage does. It creates efficiency. So like, again, like, people don't give Delaware enough credit. People aren't understanding how big of a deal Wyoming is now. But the fact that you can have a country that has 50 different sandboxes happening all at once, no matter what, like, that's just so fucking huge. And like, I think it's going to continue to, like, New York can fuck up, but Wyoming is kicking ass. So it doesn't matter, because any business can just operate out of Wyoming and then serve the entire world or serve the majority of the US. Like, it's just truly, it's underappreciated, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I think it's great. So the only problem is when the federal government tries to get more and more power, right? That's been the power battle in the States throughout the centuries, I'm guessing, is the federal government wants to take away power from the states. And I think you're right. It's very important that the states can create whatever environment they want to create for their businesses and their people.
And that's always been something for me. Every state, I think, is fantastic, because when you look across the spectrum of where we live, from the needs of someone in Florida, someone in Alaska, California, Kansas, the needs of the people are quite diverse. And that's why I'm a total agreement here. State governments are absolutely, they should be at the forefront of most things. So I'm always interested to see, because like anything else, the cream rises to the top. And I like to say, when you have a government of any state that figures out a way that they can help people or do something better, you got 50 different companies in a way competing with each other for ideas. What's going to work for our state? What can I take from that state?
And here's the bullish thing about Bitcoin, is that Bitcoin is like this massive force that not only like forces governments to be more efficient as they are, but it also forces them to compete, because now anyone can just take their value and leave. And it really just brings that jurisdictional arbitrage like into the forefront, which is, I mean, just, it's bullish for humanity, because we just know that, choice and competition makes everything better.
Absolutely, always. Capitalism is great. Free market, free choice. And to the people, I think that the Federal Reserve is a capitalist institution. I got news for you, because in the Soviet Union, when they were making decisions, they had a small committee deciding the price of whatever goods and service. And it's the same thing with the central bank, the Federal Reserve. You got a small committee of 5-7 people deciding the price of the most important commodity in an economy, which is money, and the price of money is the interest rate. That is done 100% Soviet Union style, man. There's no free market there.
Well, I don't know about free market. I would just say Bitcoin at the end of the day is the final solution. It's there's nothing else that anyone can ever come up with, and you either get it or you don't. And I'm always amazed at the people, and I forget, one of the, senators and representatives came out just totally clueless on the value of Bitcoin. She just came out, oh yeah, we'll just print more money.
Yeah.
Like these are the people leading us, the ones leading us, that have no idea what they're saying. And once you get it and look at them, you're lifting the curtain behind the wizard in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and Greg has a comment to that. He says, "Final solution, Jesus, puppy." Phrasing. Not exactly quite sure. My English language is not at the level where I fully understand what Greg is talking
Greg's
about.
saying you got to meme better, bro.
Can I just say, so I got to get up for like 20 seconds for two reasons. First off, there's a hip hop party or something going on outside, and I have the door open to my balcony, so I'm just afraid that I might get in the background. And as I told you guys before we went live, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., Amazon was meant to deliver 2 bottles of bourbon. I'm trying a little bit different here, American style. I've always been a whiskey drinker, but hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans, right? And you guys are having your bourbon. So let me go check if that is there and close the door for the party. And you guys got this. You guys got this.
We got it, man. We got it.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I was talking to Tib Marshall from Custody, great guy, and he wrote a piece called the Great Plague of Shitcoinery, and it's really about like the history of money printing, and like the history of human society has always been like people trying to take advantage of money printing and get on the upper hand of it. And like he frames it as like, yeah, Bitcoin is truly the final solution. It ends the plague of shitcoinery. So I agree with Greg, and Beauty on pounds on this too. But he says that, you know, you need to focus on your framing as like Bitcoin will enable true efficiency because now we can actually have proper economic calculation without people, you know, fucking with it. You know, Bitcoiners tend to like have these such powerful, you know, finite things like this is, you know, this is the alpha, the omega, this is the end of the final boss, you know, this is the end of seniorage. But yeah, I mean, it's tricky, you know, what's the right way to frame Bitcoin in a very positive and peaceful and exciting way for people to want to be like, yay, you know, this is going to make my life better, not this is going to shake everything up and turn everything into a whole new thing, and I'm going to be scared, and you know it's going to be anarchy. Like we gotta be really careful so that way we don't scare the normies away.
Well, yeah. So not the joke, but the thing from Greg, final solution is obviously a reference to Nazism, which wasn't what I was implying. I meant it as a, you know what, this is the end game. It's done. It's over. My favorite thought on Bitcoin, man, the honey badger. Honey badger don't care. No matter it doesn't matter what people think or do, say. Guess what? Bitcoin going Bitcoin, baby.
Yeah. After I got into Bitcoin, I started watching some honey badger clips on YouTube. They are just amazing, badass animals. Like they will take a fight with a lion because their skin is so thick that the lion has a problem of even, you know, wounding the honey badger. They're awesome animals. And on that note, so let me tell you, I'm a little bit disappointed about the American logistics here. Amazon did not deliver 2 bottles of bourbon to me. So because of that, I'm going Japanese, guys. I'm going Japanese. We got their Asahi here. So cheers again to White Claw. Let's see the White Claw on the Carlsberg. Bring it up and cheers to you guys.
I already crushed it. I crushed the White Claw.
All right. All right.
Asahi's my favorite, though. Asahi's my favorite Japanese beer.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, but usually for Japanese, I like the Kirin Ichiban or Sapporo.
Sapporo is also good,
nice.
Absolutely.
Asahi over Sapporo in my book. But I'm just, you know, some American drinking whatever, you know, is here. So maybe I'm just totally ignorant to the true, you know, Japanese beer market.
No, you're doing fine, man.
I love our chat box here. I'm a little bit disappointed that no one chatted anything about NGU technology. That's usually a solid from BTC Moonboy.
It is.
Speaking of NGU technology, I mean 13.5 right now. How are you guys feeling? Like,
I'll jump in on that.
Step down, step up. Yeah, go PUBLORD.
Yeah, listen, man. You know, the shortest memories in the world, besides goldfish, are Bitcoiners, because literally, we go back to March, we're like at 4,000, and people are pissed. Oh my God, we dropped from 13.5 to 13. We're at 12. Like, shut the hell up, man. Just hold your Bitcoin. We'll be fine. Great price action. I think stock to flow is still in play. I love the fact that he put something out there for everyone to enjoy. And man, let's see where that goes. It's a model. I love it. Some people don't, but hey, I'm having fun with it. I dollar cost average down. I came back up. I'm ahead of the game. I'm loving life right now with Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's the feeling with NGO technology. It's like I've been anticipating this this bull run for as long as the rest of you, right? We knew it's gotta come, but and like even feeling 100% certain, but still now that someone actually opened the door to the party and we're looking into this party room that is like the best party you've ever participated in your life, and you know it's going to last for like 1.5 years. It's an amazing feeling to be a Bitcoiner right now. So, but CK, what's your expectations on this bull run in terms of like pricing, timing? What's your expectations if you have any?
Well, I just want to comment on the fact that Bitcoiners are the best memers, and the toxic taco plebs are just It's just like it's really incredible what is being built by this community, and the Cyber Hornets example or metaphor that Michael Saylor brought us is just so accurate. But yeah, I mean, number go up technology, just like what an incredible meme. Just NGU, right? It's just like what, like literally, what does Bitcoin do? It goes up. Like, who doesn't want a piece of that? And it sounds a little scammy, but like, to be honest, like it's a value prop that puts shitcoiners to shame, right? It just like whatever you do, Bitcoin will adopt it. Even shitcoin, like Bitcoin will shitcoin better than you, right? Like, like number go up. Let's go. Like, let's just like put it to the, let's like, let's just like stick it to what it is and like call it what it is. And I don't know. I just like find all of it to be this whole movement just to be very, very interesting. And I'm always in awe of just like what's happening. But in terms of like specific price calls, like I don't know, something about 500,000 per Bitcoin is like just seems like the right blow off top number.
Which
like
did you say 500,000?
500,000. Like that seems like a number that's just gonna like, because it's always going to be bigger than what you think it is, right? But it's never going to be, it's maybe not never, but I don't think that this is the final moon, right? I don't think that this is where we hit the S, right? So like the whole idea is like with the technology adoption S curve is that it kind of looks like this, and then it goes straight up and then it levels off, right? So like imagine how like many people were alive during iPhone adoption or smartphone adoption, right? At first it was like nerds, and then it was the cool kids, and then but whatever, and then it was you know, tech executives, and then everyone, and then it was grandma, right? So like that's like the S curve, right? So like if you just overlay the Bitcoin price action chart against the S curve, it's kind of like, you know, oscillating around that. So we're kind of going to this. And once we hit this, I think maybe that happens in the next 10 years. I could truly think it's going to happen fast. But I mean, probably, I know, again, I think 500,000 per Bitcoin this time around, it's going to blow people's minds. Like, again, you probably should sell at the top. You're not, like, it's going to be hard. You're going to have regret. Like everything, like Bitcoin takes the path of most pain. But you know, again, I think in the next 8 years we'll hit that S curve. You know, people using Bitcoin will be the same as people having a website, and every business is going to have it, and it's just going to be a no-brainer. Like I truly believe that. Like this Iran news, I know you mentioned that a little bit before we started, and Andrew.
Oh yeah, let's touch upon that.
Like holy shit, it's huge news. Like Bitcoin adoption is just, it's going to happen so fast. It's going to be incredible.
Right. Agree. I just want to, like, this whole discussion with number go up. I just want to let you guys know I ran the numbers on my calculator, and it says that the more that the toxic happy hour is live, the more number go up. It's been statistically proven by myself and my lack of statistical understanding. So we're bringing it up. We're bringing it, especially when with guys like CK on. We're just having fun here. And hey, another statistical proven fact is that the more you hammer the like button and the harder you hammer it, the more the price goes up, the more number go up. So that's a statistical fact. And
If you break your laptop while you smashing the like button, you get extra points.
Yeah. If you do, then we'll get another $1,000 green candle. You smash the laptop, and we'll get that $1,000 green candle back.
Don't do that.
I just want to jump in on this. At what point is the point of no return? At what point?
Escape velocity. Escape velocity.
Because I tell you what. That. So listen, to many companies, I know for individuals, a $10,000 Bitcoin, $15,000 Bitcoin, people are saying, what the hell is this? For companies, it doesn't matter. Okay. Corporations. So when you talk about a $500,000 Bitcoin, yeah, not a big deal. That's when all the corporations go in. Wait until the countries start going in. At what point is there no return? Because I'm more bullish than Anders is here. I'm thinking within this next run, when listen, in 1 year when Michael Saylor says, "Hey fuckers, I just bought another whatever $1,000 Bitcoin or millions of dollars of Bitcoin," guess what? Other companies are taking notice and they're going to be buying, and there will be no return for the plebes at all. So I think this is the last run. After 2024, it's gone. It's go time.
All right, that's bullish.
Wow.
Look, I mean, I was saying it's going to be 2 more, but you never know.
No.
And that's in my opinion. Never sell. Just keep stacking. And I mean, it's hard. It's hard to tell, and I mean, it's hard to argue with that. The only thing I would push back is I would say Bitcoin will take the way of most pain. If you think you can time it, it will fuck you.
Yes.
Amen.
No matter what, like if you think it's going to go a certain way, it might go that way over time, but it will still fuck you first. So like, it's just going to be painful, and it's always going to be unexpected.
Look at how many corporations are already fucked right now. Look at how many Michael Saylor has turned over since March. Yeah. Since March, 6 months, and we're trying to project out 4 months. I'll tell you what. The one thing with MicroStrategy, which I love, no one saw that coming.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
It is a
milestone. It is a milestone in Bitcoin's history that a company says we're going to put all our melting fiat value into Bitcoin on our balance sheet. It
wasn't even baby step. It was like jump in first.
None of this sissy. We're going to allocate 5% because we haven't run the numbers yet, so we're just going to do 5%. No, he ran the numbers. He found out it's the way to go. And if you know it's better, you're not going to put 5% in. You're not going to be a moron. You go 100%. You go all in. Right?
He's a baller, dude. And I'll tell you what.
I'm a sat stacker because
I know
it's a plebe, but for him, I'm happy for him. He's a mega Chad.
Well, so here's what's great about it. He has set the floor. I'll throw that meme out again. By the way, he set the fucking floor on everything right now, and every company. I mean, the nation states aren't coming in, but every company is looking at this guy like, what the hell is this? Oh, by the way, he's up 20%. You got your cash reserves melting. He's up 20% on cash reserves.
Yeah. I'm afraid that Apple can't say that. To me, one of the FANG companies going out with a similar announcement, that's kind of a trigger for, okay, it's game over. If Apple says we've converted everything we have, and we're so sorry because we did that, the price just went to 700,000 during like 1 week's time.
That's
escape velocity. Apple is escape velocity.
Well, people throw Apple a lot, but Apple does have a lot of debt. So Apple has a lot of cash, but they have a lot of debt. So I think the key is cash rich with no debt, like with no debt to offset it. like MicroStrategy. Those are businesses that I think are more likely than someone like Apple. That's yes, cash rich, but also they're leveraged too.
Yeah, but to be honest, I mean, I hear you that the fact that they have fiat debt, like because they are so trusted in terms of not going bankrupt, they can sell company bonds for a low interest rate and people will pick them up. But still, in my opinion, it will still just make sense that you get a better security for your $192 billion by storing them in something that doesn't have a built-in policy to dilute, to drop in value year after year. And right now that's just going even faster with like what's it, 30% monetary supply expansion this year, US dollar.
Hey, so I think PUBLORD should definitely jump in here, but I just want to. I'm on Twitter and I'm looking here, and Walter Bloomberg at Delta One. It's an account that tweets out a lot of breaking news, especially financial related. He tweets out for the week: the Dow is down 6.5%, the S&P is down 5.6%, and the Nasdaq is down 5.5%. I'm looking at Bitcoin pretty much at all-time highs right now. So,
yeah,
listen. Bitcoin is a safe haven, of course, man. We believe that. Take your money out of fiat and you throw it into Bitcoin. That's a no-brainer. I laugh when I see. We talked about this. 20% of all U.S. dollars were printed this year. Are you kidding me? 22%, and people are going to try to hide this inflation. They're going to hide it somewhere in numbers and shrinkflation.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's the absolute answer. Look, and Satoshi was right. I don't know how many letters he wrote. He did the white paper, but what's the one quote? I don't have time to explain it to you.
Yeah, if you don't get it, I don't have time to explain it to you. That's awesome. Hey, I just want to ask CK, like this 500,000 that you think is realistic. What's the timing that you think the bull run has?
Oh yeah, I'll get back to that one too later.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm not an oracle. Like I said, I just think Bitcoin takes the way of most pain. I tend to like. I'm not a stock to flow truther, but I like it. Like I think it's a good visualization. It's a good mental model. Like I don't think it's the freaking scripture of Bitcoin. At some point we go parabolic and it doesn't matter anymore.
It will break. Eventually it'll break to the upside.
And even if it's like 15% wrong, whatever, like I just think it's a good model. And I truly believe this is about I truly believe it's about scarcity. It's about 21 million. It's about that process. It's about the 4-year cycle. So,
yep.
Mid 2021, end of 2021. I don't know. Like, no, I'm just ballparking here, but I like $500,000. I think that is like, that's the new 20K,
CK, can you see the chat on the screen? You're on a computer, right? Mervin is asking you something.
Yeah, he's saying 500K. When?
Yeah, 500,000 points, right?
Months.
The girl that was explaining that the monetary system is about the Fed is giving points. So that's the new meme, I guess, that dollars equals points. So it's okay. So I just want to also get Greg is loving this show, and for him the best part of Toxic Happy Hour is watching PUBLORD blood alcohol number go up. I'm sorry, Puppy. That was. It was just, it's Greg. You got a thing going on with Greg. You're battling back and forth. I think that's pretty funny. Let's get him on the show. We're doing a show with Greg as well.
Well, yeah, he's not making any friends to get on a show, is he? Tell him to enjoy watching instead of joining.
BTC sessions. What up?
Yeah, Tuesday.
BTC sessions in the house, and he's coming on Tuesday, guys. So that's correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
Puppy. You're the master organizer. It's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
noontime Pacific time, right? Cali time, 11 a.m. on Tuesday, I believe. Am I right?
Brother, we got more than
You guys
that.
gonna be drinking?
Yeah, we got we got Denver Bitcoin on Monday.
Oh yeah. So
Rockstar.
two
I'm a
announcements.
big Denver Bitcoin fan.
Yeah.
I wake up this morning, Puppy. He contacts me and tell us we got two more people coming up next week. Denver is one of them. What time? When is that? I gotta find my calendar.
Settle down, old man. Settle down.
You know what? Maybe we should leave it till. No, I got it here. So Denver is coming on Monday, 11 a.m. Cali time.
Yeah,
Palm time, sunset time.
And one of my favorite podcasts from None Your Business.
Yeah.
At David Bennett at Ben GD or Ben D. Anyway.
None of your business. None of your business. 11 a.m. Cali time, Friday next week.
That's Friday.
But we've got CK in the house right now.
Yeah. No, just oh, hey, hello. Hey, good to see you. No, we're just putting out. I'll tell you what, CK. What's been cool? No, what's been cool is, and I always say this, the response from the community when you think you're an amateur, which we are, when you reach out to any Bitcoiner and ask them, hey, listen, we're doing this bullshit show, we're amateurs, they all just say, yeah, fuck me, sign me up, I'm here, let's go. So I love that.
I love the best community, man. Like it really comes like it's every level. Yeah. It's just unprecedented access, unprecedented energy and enthusiasm. Like I doubt there's anything like it. There could be, but like it's really unreal. And Paul Tudor Jones was even talking about it, man. Like Michael Saylor like naming us the Cyber Hornets. But Paul is saying like never has he seen a store of value that has optimistic, intelligent, articulate people behind it. And it's just like bullish on humanity, really. Yeah. It truly is.
Right.
So, can I ask I want to ask a question real quick.
Okay, Puppy. Ask a question.
Oh, yeah, of course. Listen, because you'll get going for 5 fucking minutes, brother.
I know.
All right.
It's hard to stop.
Oh,
go, Puppy.
No, CK, no, listen. So what is your like total background, man? Of course, the first time we meet, I should have fanboyed earlier, but yeah. So what's the background of what brought you to Bitcoin?
I mean, I'm just a pleb, so no reason to fanboy. But I'm class of 2017. I think you said you were as well, right?
Yeah, December.
Yeah, so for me, it was like summer 2017. I was going. So I guess the story goes, I had a really good friend. She worked with me at a startup in the Bay Area, and she was like, "Hey, have you heard of Bitcoin? It's pretty awesome. Like, I'm way up." And I had heard of it, many times before, but never actually looked into it. I just like, oh, there's this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever. Like, I don't know, who cares? So I was like, okay, well, I'll take a look. Why not? Like, and at that point, I'd started really getting into personal finance. I started really getting into the credit card game, whatever. So I was pretty primed to like Bitcoin. And I was driving up to a wedding in Mount Shasta, which is about 4 hours from here. I was driving by myself, and I binged every single Laura Shin podcast on the way up there and the way back. And then when I got back to my apartment that Sunday night, I immediately downloaded a Coinbase, immediately bought $500 of Bitcoin, $100 of Ethereum, and $50 of Litecoin. This is pre-Bitcoin Cash on Coinbase. So I kind of did the same thing. And honestly, like, so what that was summer 2017. By 2 weeks before Christmas 2017, I put in my 2 weeks notice at my job with no plan. Just as like, I'm going to figure it out. I need to do Bitcoin stuff. Convinced my parents to buy me a ticket to the North American Bitcoin Conference in Miami 2018, which is January 2018. Absolute shit show. Like literally pop-ups that say banana coin and like peak mania. At that point, like all the tickers were showing like down 20% and whatever. But it was still like a lot of fun. and I met the Bitcoin Magazine team there, and got a job, and I've been pretty much working with them, doing a ton of different jobs now, really focusing on the media side of things. But it's been a wild ride for sure.
What a great story. I love that. What a great story. It's
Yeah,
really
man.
about people getting into Bitcoin so many different ways, and it's just it's always really entertaining to hear. So I got once again, we got the best chat in the industry here, in my opinion. CK is no, sorry, RD is asking, what's CK's favorite meme?
What's your favorite meme? Okay, yeah.
Wait, I think we lost sound on CK. Did you mute yourself or something?
Hey, RD, yeah, sorry, I was muted on accident. I would say that RD makes the best memes, but PubLord and Greg are here too, and they're pretty epic themselves.
Well, what is your favorite? Like, which one do you enjoy? Maybe you didn't make it, but what do you like? Is it number go up? Is it have fun staying poor? Like, what meme do you favor?
No, I mean, I think Bitcoin fixes this is the most powerful Bitcoin meme, period. The second most powerful one is digital gold, because I think that's the most useful one for converting people today. But I think long term, medium term, the next 5 to 6 years, Bitcoin fixes this is going to be the meme.
Right. Yeah, and it's so true, because most of problems in society today, although maybe only 1 in 1,000 who is a Bitcoiner understand it, but most of the problems in society today comes from money, wealth divide, etc. I don't need to go into like that whole explanation why the wealth divide, why it is created by the central bank, money printing, and like poor people struggle to make it through their lives. But the answer to all of that definitely is Bitcoin fixes this. Now, Ivan Lyer has a historic quote for us, which may or may not be 100% accurate, but if you don't get it, have fun staying poor, said by Henry Ford. Love it.
Yeah, that's a great quote from Henry Ford, man. It's not quite in those words, basically.
Thank you, BTC Sessions.
Yeah, if the American people realized what money really was, there would be another insurrection or revolution, whatever you want to call it.
Nick Can't Mine, content and social media, Bitcoin Magazine recently wrote a piece about it, and it was like lies, deceptions, and unnatural money. But it was all about like, if the world actually knew what money was, like they would not stand for it.
So let me ask you a question. And this goes back, I know the one earlier I sort of asked. What if you could not trade Bitcoin? What if you cannot like cut it down like gold? No one cuts gold to pay for a coffee with gold or land. No one chops off some of their property and land. What is the value of Bitcoin at that point?
Wait, so you can't trade Bitcoin? It just like you can't break up UTXOs? Is that what you're asking?
No, yeah, basically I'm asking if Bitcoin is like land or gold that no one uses for real trade value, but it holds value. What is the value of Bitcoin at that point? Because land, of course.
Okay, yeah. So let me jump in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is where I think that like some people take this money thing way too literally, and it doesn't matter. Like every single UTXO could never move at some point in the future, and that would be okay. That doesn't mean that the world isn't on a Bitcoin standard. It's, think of it as Yapstones. Like as long as we can point to that UTXO and assign cryptographically enforced ownership, that is an acceptable level of trust, minimization. We can be on a Bitcoin standard. And there's this thing called payment pools that's enabled with Schnorr signatures, which is something that is like a future upgrade in Bitcoin. But payment pools enable you to open Lightning channels inside of UTXO. So people share UTXOs and open channels within each other, like within the UTX show, and they can open channels outside of UTX to other people. So like our plebe brains don't understand where this technology is going, how it's going to be used and leveraged, and like let's just not get caught up in the stupid minutia. Like let's not get caught up in that minutia. Our society is reorganizing around 21 million. That's what hyper Bitcoinization is.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit what happens with like the specifics of the blockchain? All that matters is the blockchain is copied on as many fucking computers as possible, and that, you know, the mining incentives still work, and we're going to figure everything else out. Like, who knows? Like, go bring Peter Willa here, and he may, you know, forecast you what might happen that's more accurate than me. But all I'm saying is it doesn't matter, because the macrocosm of things is about 21 million, about sound money, about unprintability and uncensorability, and ending the plague of shitcoinery. And like, that's what we should focus on. So I don't know. Who cares?
No, I listen.
Right.
I absolutely agree. I'm just curious how it works out. Absolutely agree with you.
Well, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to work out. And what I keep telling Poppy, actually, CK, is we really got to enjoy this, the time right now, the process of getting to the end goal. This is the fun part. We are on the front lines right now, fighting for Bitcoin and trying to educate the people that we love. And once the world is 100% on Bitcoin as money of the world, that we won't need to fight anymore. So right now, this is fun. I really enjoy this process because like right now we're like, you know, such a small percentage of the population is Bitcoiners, but 10 years from now, everyone's going to be Bitcoiners because it's just, that's the money we have. I have a CK. I know you have a hard back on the happy hour here. You got to go. You got.
You're right. I didn't want to leave though. I want to keep going.
Yeah, you know what? So that meeting
I warn you.
Just share the link to join the live stream with the people you're having a meeting with, and we'll have the meeting right here. We'll try and be quiet. You guys can do your meeting. Hey, it'll be good advertising. Anyway, so I got a question for you.
Exclusive meeting here on, Toxic Happy Hour.
The fully confidential Bitcoin Magazine Friday meeting.
Reserved. Nothing held back.
Right, nothing held back. We'll just, you don't have to tell your colleagues that we're live.
Why on a Friday? I'm asking who holds the meeting on a Friday?
Well, notice the time of the meeting. It's perfect time to end it and then go straight to happy hour.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason. Hey, listen, CK, I do have a question for you from BTC Sessions, our Tuesday guest that we're very much also looking forward to have on. What is the most degen decision that CK ever made before seeing the light of Bitcoin only?
So, BTC Sessions, I'm sorry to inform you that I've had the privilege of having fantastic parents that taught me great long-term thinking values even before Bitcoin. So I was like, it's actually kind of crazy, but like I'm just very lucky. But I've always been very responsible and never very degenerate. And I was stacking dollars before I was stacking sats, and then I quickly upgraded to stacking sats when that became obviously the better move. So yeah, I don't know. I've never been very degenerate, and like before Bitcoin, I was into personal finance and like how do you how do you put yourself in position to get, win your time back and control your money and your life? And I mean, Bitcoin just, takes that and puts it on steroids. So, I mean, that's kind of like how I see the world in general. So yeah, I'm stoked. And you're saying I sit on a throne of lies, but bro, it's just me, man. I'm just that good. I'm sorry. Just that good.
He's just good. I just want to say, I'm sorry, Pep, I'll give the word right back to you. But listen, Ivan Liar, he has an amazing book of historically 100% correct quotes. He's got another one here that really helped him understand Bitcoin. That was, I love peace, but fuck Roger Ver. And that was Gandhi. So thank you, Ivan, for bringing historic correctness to the show, political correctness. We absolutely love it. And BTC Session is saying to CK, JK, he loves you.
I'm just boring, bro. I hope you're more degenerate than me.
You'll find out on Tuesday.
So
I'll be
listen,
tuning in.
yeah, CK unfortunately has to go to his meeting in Bitcoin Magazine in 5 minutes. We need to give him time to log off first, so you can have some final words, do your plugs, everything. And we're looking forward to see everyone at Bitcoin 2021 in Los Angeles. The discount code Toxic21 down below gives you 25% of your dirty fiat, and we come and we can hang out together in LA. So I'm just thinking, Poppy, here, before we give CK some final words, we should continue this. I don't feel like stopping it. I mean, Amazon's they're gonna deliver my 2 bottles of bourbon anytime now. I only have so until then, I do have Asahi, I do have Modelo Special.
Bring someone else on. Bring another guest on to fill in for my stead.
And that's what I'm saying. Let's hear from the twat who wants to go on, and send me a Twitter DM, and we'll bring you on. I think on the screen we can fit like 3 people at a time. We'll just do rotation. CK, some final words. Thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it. You're a great guy. You're bringing it, and love all your experience and knowledge about Bitcoin. Give us some plugs.
Well, PUBLORD, if you wanna chime in here real quick, I don't know if you want to say something, but I can jump in.
You go, CK, because we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out for another couple of hours live here, getting wasted.
Yes, sir. All right, so yeah, let me just show all the things, right? So, Bitcoin Magazine podcast, Fed Watch podcast with Bitcoin Magazine, POV Crypto, which is my personal Bitcoin versus Ethereum podcast. All of that stuff. Go check it out. Go check me out on Twitter at CK_snarks. And then, of course, like Anders pointed out, special discount code here for the Bitcoin 2021 conference, March 30th, April 30th, May 1st in Los Angeles. So Toxic21 to get 21% off. And lastly, go to bitcoinblackfriday.com right now. Sign up for the Fold debit card that is going to be coming out very soon, and enter into a chance to win 1 whole Bitcoin from Fold to you. So that's going on bitcoinblackfriday.com right now. So I think that's definitely worth your time to check out. A chance to win 1 whole Bitcoin, no purchase necessary. All the disclaimers are there on the website. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll be done chilling. And gentlemen, thank you so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun, and I'm going to try to go on a run after my meeting. So hopefully this White Claw didn't do me too dirty.
Hopefully it did. But I just want to say to everyone, listen, so CK, he's tweeting out about these things. He's got the links to all of this things he was mentioning, and CK's Twitter is right below, together with Puppies. All right, thanks a lot, CK, for coming on. We really appreciate it. Great to hang out with you, and we hope to have you again sometime.
Awesome, can't wait.
All right,
peace.
Puppy,
ciao bella.
Right. We'll let you log off. That's it. Poppy, over to you. And let's try live and organize someone who wants to come on and dox themselves.
Yeah, you can reach out, man.
No, I reached out already. I did it on live.
Oh, okay.
And Artie is saying to CK, thanks, and he's awesome, but he's gone. Hopefully he saw it in the chat. When next series with Tina? So Tina, I spoke to Tina. He wants to do it. He's not he's not yet keen on doxing himself. To me, my attitude is look, I know you can't stay 100% confidential. If people want to dox you, they'll be able to do it. Same as fake Satoshi that wanted to dox HODL and found out who he was so he could sue him. So the best thing is just to make sure you don't have access to any Bitcoin wherever you are. You don't want any guns to your face.
No, so you're talking about Bitcoin Tina?
Yeah. I want him to come on. I think everybody wants him to come on.
Yeah, man. So what's going on there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He doesn't want to dox himself.
No, but he's been on shows where he doesn't dox himself.
Oh, really? So he's on like without camera?
Yeah. Well, fuck, we did that with HODL or not, didn't we?
Oh yeah, no, we're fine with that. If you got something interesting to say, Tina does, HODL does, we'll have you on with no camera, of course. Greg agrees with us. Get Tina. So anyone from the chat that wants to join?
Oh, hey, tell Greg, get on the fucking camera. We're here. Go now.
Oh yeah, Greg, you're not
what's
watching this from your work, right?
Yeah,
You can't be in the hamster wheel right now, right? You cannot get paid to watch the Toxic Happy Hour. That can't be right. So
no.
So Greg, put on that camera, and let's go, man.
We're here.
Come on, Greg, let's go. What's up? What? You need to wear your little dress first, or what? What's going on?
Oh, damn. Damn, dude. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's at work. He is at work. So he's watching the Toxic Happy Hour at work.
At work. Oh, his company.
Oh,
is losing money.
What a fantastic job where you can actually sit and watch the Toxic Happy Hour. Listen,
so yeah,
Bobby, this is Friday. Dear Pablo, this is Friday. So I'm ready to go all in on this happy hour. You and I can just keep going. We've still got live 11 viewers. We got a beautiful chat.
11 in a row. Let's do it, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
11, baby.
So to continue this, I gotta go check if Amazon has yet delivered the 2 bottles of bourbon they were meant to deliver before 11 a.m. so I could get my day probably started. That failed. I didn't get my American bourbon for this American Today show with CK from Caliland, Bay Area. Let me go check out if I get a delivery. I think actually I probably didn't, because I think I have to show ID when it comes. But why don't you?
No talking here. Go do what you got to do, baby.
All right.
Go check it out.
In the meantime, you carry the show, right? Start rambling.
Yeah, start rambling. Yeah. Oh, here we go. He runs away, looking for a non-existent package. And we're quiet. Quiet. Up. And he shows back up. Hello. Out of nowhere. The Cinderella story.
Yeah. Hey, listen, guys in the chat, if you're still around, and it does seem that we still have 11 live viewers, God knows why. I guess Pablo was bringing it and carrying the show. Anybody want to join? DM me. Wait, let me check my DM. I was saying DM me before, and then I didn't go check my DM. Brian, are you still around? Brian Harrington from OC Bitcoin. Awesome, thanks. I'm not sure he's still around. He could be. He sent me a message 15 minutes ago. Greg sent a photo at work.
Oh boy, here we go.
Is that actually you, Greg? The photo you sent? I think it is. It does look like wherever you are that people can see your screen, man. Careful with Toxic Happy Hour. Toxic Happy Hour can get you fired, man. It's because we're bringing it raw.
That's wow. Jesus.
Are you still Poppy? Are you having the neck of your Carlsberg, or what are we talking about?
Of course. Well, below the neck.
But is this the first one?
Well, I'm trying to respect the guests out here. I don't get totally hammered, right? So I had a beer on the way home.
That's gotta be warm by now.
Oh, it's European style. What can I say?
Right.
The soccer.
And we've got Anjo. Anjo is on his 3rd Michelop now. And Greg is working with a bunch of degens. But hey, whatever pays the bills, whatever lets you maximize the sat stacking until you feel that finally it's worth paying the price for your freedom, and clocking out of the hamster wheel and start enjoying life. But make sure to stack some sats first.
Hey, let's be honest, Anders. You got the way out, man. You got the way out for anyone in the hamster wheel.
Yeah, the way out is called buy Bitcoin. That's the way out.
No. Come on. It's more than that.
Wait, I think. Wait, we're losing Puppy, and there he's gone.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
yeah, I
What's
know.
the way out? What's the way out? What do I got?
Oh, we got El Toro. We got you, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
Jeez.
okay.
Look,
I'll try and do it. I'll try and do a very, very short explanation. So on eToro, my 100% Bitcoin focused portfolio is competing with other portfolios, usually full of shit coins. And thanks to Bitcoin, this is the easy thing to do. I'm totally outperforming the other portfolios, which means that people copy me instead of other people, which means that I help people buy only the real deal Bitcoin, and it means that we're taking Bitcoin off the market. What I'm doing there, so it doesn't cost anything to copy me, which I'm very happy with. But eToro, they pay an incentive, so if we keep going, then it's partly paying my time free to do work on eToro, which is great. On that note, PUBLORD, let's help you a little bit with that Carlsberg and say cheers. And cheers to all of you out there, whatever you're drinking. Greg, you're probably having a glass of milk at work. I respect that. You got to do what you got to do.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Hey, so I got a YouTube video I'm going to share, man.
All right. What you're going to put it?
Yeah. So how do I do that shit? Let me see.
Oh, well, if you send it, either you want to post it on Twitter or you send it to me in DM. And Greg is indeed confirming he's having his low-fat milk in the East Coast right there. He's enjoying it nice and chill. But if you send it to me, Poppy, on DMs, I can screen share the. I don't think you can screen share. I can screen share your video.
Are you sure?
Are there no one in the chat that want to join? All right, Greg is having coffee. I love my coffee. That's how I start the day off every single day. Do you have that video or you don't have that video? Are you just going to talk about it, or you can actually DM me the video?
I'm a big talker, man. I'm a big talker. I buy Bitcoin, but I'm a big talker. Yeah.
Right.
I'll get it to you.
All right.
Hang on.
So guys, the live stream is pretty much dead. It's ended. CK had to go to his his Bitcoin Magazine Zoom meeting. There's nothing left here. We're just gonna hang around and
here we go.
And tone crap, right? Anjo. So Anjo is bringing kids to drive-through Halloween at school now. Cheers all. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks, Anjo. Same to you. Have a great one. And Weekend Pump is incoming, Greg says. Yes, because we're having the Toxic Happy Hour, and it's statistically proven that when we have the Toxic Happy Hour, number go up. It's just an established fact now. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna let the rest of my Friday here, work-wise, go down the drain, and that's okay. So look, we had 5 likes, guys. Pound that like button so we get number go up. Totally statistically correlated. Okay, I got some sound there.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that, but
wait.
We don't see it. So
wait. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on.
All right.
Wait, do you hear that?
Guys in the chat, so Mervin is asking, what's on your bucket list when Bitcoin hits 1 million? What are you going to do, Poppy? What will you be doing when Bitcoin hits 1 million?
That's the best part. Nothing different. I'll be talking to you, man.
For sure.
Talking, just talking, man. Fuck, what do I need? I need for nothing. Yeah, I'll be putting out the Bitcoin vibe, baby.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. I love it.
Right. So that video, are you going to share it with me, or are you just going to stare at the neck of that
Yeah.
Carlsberg that is getting warm as F?
Yeah. I'm teasing you right now. Hang on.
You sure are.
Hey.
That's
Hey.
another way of saying that you can't handle to put it in a DM, right? I mean,
Well, no, it's where I'm located. What's hard is trying to grab this and put it into a nice file. Hey, pull up YouTube.
I got YouTube. Yeah,
All
I got
right, go
YouTube.
ahead. All right.
What about YouTube? What do you want me to do?
Type in Queen Under Pressure Live.
All right. Am I gonna get some kind of warning for what it is that you want to share here?
No.
What are you saying, Queen, and what more?
Queen Under Pressure.
You know what? You know what is ironic? I am pretty sure that YouTube would block our video if we are playing YouTube content because it's copyrighted. They just hear the music and we can't do that, man. I wish. Britfit putting out new video. Mervin says Britfit is putting out a new video. So that is no, Mervin, it's not bullish. It is bullish. That's what it is.
Hey,
because
put in Queen Under Pressure.
I'm telling you, they're gonna take off our entire video because when we play music, no, that means people can't come back and watch the show, man. They cut the video. You cannot put music on YouTube when you're streaming because their algorithm will catch it and take the stream off. It's not worth it, It's not worth it.
This is all bullshit. Is this true? What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's true. That is copyright law, man.
God.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, listen. I'm signing off now. I'm signing off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch now.
Why don't we take a break? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say one of the greatest live music moments in history is Queen and Freddie Mercury with Under Pressure. How can we not live stream that shit?
Yeah, the funny thing is it's on YouTube, but we can't live stream it because they will hear this. Oh, is it the live one?
Jesus fuck. Is this true?
The live no, it's true, man. Hey, listen, why don't we kill this stream? We can go live again and then try. At least then this stream doesn't get taken off. And then we'll see. Let's give it 10 minutes and see if anybody wants to join us. George, you're out there. You've been on before. And George is telling his kids that Britfit is Shakira, which is hilarious. Come on, guys in the chat, DM me or PUBLORD that you want to join the show. We'll do another half hour Killing Friday happy hour toxic show. Poppy, we'll sign out. Let's sign out. And if we can get some uptake, people that want to go live, we'll do that. But let's kill it for here. We had CK on. It was great. So some quick final words. By the way, an apology for me from cutting you off all the time. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. But final words from you, Puppy, before we kill this one and start another one. Final words. Final words to you, man.
No, I don't want you to cut me off again. I'm afraid.
Okay.
No, man. Oh, fuck. What a great show, man. Yeah, CK Snarks. Looking forward to that one next year. Brilliant. So, yeah, let's shut this down. And, I'll show you some good music. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, we'll shut it down and see if we possibly can get it back on. I'm not sure if I can handle the challenge in the current situation, but guys out there, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. We love it. We love the chat. best chat in the show, right? In the industry right here. I don't know why I called it industry, but and
Yeah, we're in the industry.
yeah, keep stacking Satch and do not hold more value in fiat currency that you're willing to completely and utterly lose, because that's a built-in policy. All right, see you on the next one, maybe in 10 minutes. Bye.